Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a squat day, and I went ahead and put my weightlifting shoes on. I'm going to see if I can get a little more depth out of them, try to get some more quad development, because at the end of the day, getting that depth is really the trick to quads, those lengthened positions. I need to blow my quads back up. Also, I am eating less calories now. I've realized, honestly, I could stand to get leaner. You know, still got that loose skin around the waistline, got still some extra fat there I could stand to burn off. So I'm like, I might as well use the rest of this summer. Let's get a little leaner. And I feel like I can get stronger. I feel like I've got muscle memory in certain places, like my quads. So because my quads have been bigger, I've had a stronger squat in the past. I think with a little bit of a calorie deficit and doing some good work in the right positions, I feel like I can grow my quads. Right? I feel like I can grow my quads. Same thing with some of the upper body stuff, because I'm kind of hitting some deeper angles, some new angles. I'm hoping a little novel training response. I can still get bigger and stronger while trimming a little bit of fluff off. I'm going to keep working on doing that. I mean, obviously, I'm at a reasonable body fat right now, but I still have those old problem areas there. And it wouldn't be a bad thing to just kind of burn them off a little bit. I don't think it'd be a bad thing. So, pause squat today. I felt like this was nice and deep. Good pause. This is 455. I tried to set it to put a white plate on the outside with the 10s so that people could see it, but they can't quite see it on the camera. Oh well, I tried. So, after that, I did 3 sets of 5. I dropped down to 365. Again, the same thing. I've got the 2 little 10s on each side. Using a 55-pound bar. I'm able to get a better and better position. I'm now able to get a full grip on the bar. I want to keep tightening that up, though. I want to keep tightening that up to where I can really kind of get my wrists in a good position where I'm really stable up there as far as the high bar position. So again, the mobility is improving. So here's the other thing. I tried to seek these. I am so tongue-tied today. I apologize, everybody. I wanted to sink these deeper, right? So I've got the weightlifting shoes on. Again, I'm just doing straight up full Olympic style squatting at this point there. Again, want to build the quads back up. Want to build my core, everything else. So just trying to get everything strong, Again, I'm actually finding this a little bit enjoyable, and this is going to sound funny. What is it I told everyone? I started to hate squats. I got to a point once my squats got up past 500 that I just started hating squatting. The Bulgarian training made me hate squatting. Because of this, because it's a different position, I don't feel that my shoulders are cranked in a bad position. It doesn't hurt my shoulders because I've been working on their mobility. I'm going high bar now. I'm not hating squats. I'm just coming in and doing squats. It's like I feel like I could do more of these. Like I almost wanted to do more sets. And maybe next week we'll crank this squat volume up a little bit, right? Try to get some more sets in with that 365. I'd like to be able to do my 5s with 405. I think that would be a good benchmark to aim for. All right? Do 405 with this range of motion and form for sets of 5. I think that'll be a good position to be in. I feel like if I can do that, I'll be able to get that 500. Now that 455 today was heavy. So a lot of people will see me do stuff like that and go, man, that looked easy. Didn't feel that easy. But I'm happy looking at these, looking at the depth and everything I'm getting. I felt my quads really hammered on these. And again, getting that deep squat with the knees drifting forward. Something I've kind of said, oh, we don't have to do winning and all that says that. But the more I look at it, I'm like, that's why we end up having no quads in powerlifting. Also, I was able to get my thumb over the bar. It's still racked pretty far back, and I need to be able to get those elbows up. I wanted to try some front squats today. So I did my 3 sets of back offs on squats after the pause, the heavy pause. The front squats, these felt pretty good. Still limited by my hands and my rack position and everything. But did 235 for a couple sets of 3. just to kind of get a little bit of front squat work in, just working that movement pattern a little, and it was challenging. It still burned in the quads, right? But I've got to work on the hands and the rack limiting it. And a lot of people said you could do the zombie squats, you could do the bodybuilder, even, you know, friends have told me that, but I'm like, no, I really want to work on this rack position, because if I can get my shoulders healthy enough, I want to mess with cleans and snatches. Okay, I want to mess with those. So if I'm going to do that, you know, I need to be able to hold that in a proper rack position, and I need to be able to catch it and get my grip all the way around it. You know, I want to be able to get my thumb around it, which is what I'm doing there, but I'm still cocked back pretty far. But I've seen some lifters who can really get some good rack positions there with a full solid grip on the bar. I want to be there. All right, held this for over 20 seconds. So looking at the timer, it looked like about 23 seconds on the software. I just tried to get past 20 seconds. Tried to count to 25 in my head while down there, just breathe, and then I came up with it. Probably could have held it a little longer. Okay, this is how I'm also helping with the mobility. Again, that stretch-mediated hypertrophy. I've got a pump from the other work in my quads. I'm like, let's just stretch everything out under that load and just hold it, right? Get that stretch in, you know. And this time, guys, you know, I'm just letting everyone kind of see where I'm at with the waistline. So I'm going to just walk back and forth through the camera. You know, still got some love handles. I got all that stuff. And you know what? It is what it is. More motivation for me to just work on burning it off a little bit, right? Gives me a little bit of motivation, because then I got to see it in my footage. And it's like, yeah, and everyone else sees it. Let's work on just burning that little bit of fluff off. Yeah, I think it'd be a good thing. Be healthier, better weight class, be fitter. And that's kind of the whole goal, right? Isn't that the point? I was going to do more sets of these, but I was getting a little bit of cramping. After 2 hard sets of 20 plus on these with this heavier weight, I started getting a little crampy. I'm like, yeah, that's where we need to end it. You know, that's where we need to end it. And I didn't deadlift today, by the way, if that comes up. My low back was still feeling a little stiff from the deficit work. I've got to get used to that long deficit, right? Got to get used to that. I'll adapt to it again real fast. So I wanted to give my low back a little bit of a break. But overall, pretty happy with today's work. I'm happy with that pause squat, happy with the rep work. Again, I want to slowly increase the volumes I can do. I want to get better at that rack position on the front squat, keep working the mobility, get my legs back. Get my legs back in. Let's get that pause. Let me get that full squat up above 500 again. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.